Welcome back, friends. Welcome back to Book Lovers, a channel for book reviews. Today we are going to do a review of a book which goes by the name Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese book written by two foreigners. It is written by Hector Garcia and Francesc Miralles. These two people, being foreigners, are now part of Japan's culture and identity. They are living in Japan. It's a self-help book. This book is basically teaching you how to live a life. They're concentrated more on people in Okinawa. There's a place in Okinawa called Ogimi. This particular place, you find people with the longest number of years. Their ages are very long. But they are not only long, but also beautiful. The duration of time they spend on this earth is beautiful because they follow a certain principle. They follow the principle of Ikigai. What is Ikigai? Ikigai is the reason for being. The reason for being. What is your reason for being? This book is not very big book. It is close to 192 pages. I completed this book in 11 days. This book on 27th Feb 2026 and I completed it on 9th of March 2026. So you can imagine how fast the book went. A book can only go fast if it has something which is brilliant. This book dwells into different kinds of life-changing, life-altering processes. A different idea. For example, let me break it. If I break it, it will be like, what are the different things which you can do? This book tells us about the discipline which you need to bring it in your life. It is easier said than done because we try our best to follow all kind of books, but very rarely we implement that in our life. For example, this book has a 80% eating rule. It says that whenever you are eating anything, eating your lunch, breakfast or dinner, don't eat 100%, eat 80%. But we human beings end up eating more. So, if you want to follow this book, you have to be like very disciplined to follow this book. But you can read it once to know what wrong you're doing. So, this book is definitely a very good book to change your life. If you follow this book, it will change your life, definitely. For example, there is one more rule which says that go with the flow. What is your flow? Keep doing things which you like. Then you should, then one more thing is it says never retire. Whatever age you are, never retire, do something. Then it stresses on sleeping on time, which I never do. Then books says about keeping on moving, be it philosophical or be it like it says about the harms of sitting at the same place and working. There are illnesses like cardiovascular diseases, even cancer, according to this book. If you are sitting on the same place for a long time, it can give you all kind of troubles, health-wise and financial also. This book talks about a system called Maui or something. I don't remember the word pronunciation correctly. It means connecting with your friends. And how does it help? It helps at both levels. Because of your friendship, you have someone to talk to. And in difficult financial times, they can contribute and help you out. Next time, you can help someone else. They have this particular habit of collecting money. Each month that I'm referring to is Viktor Frankl. He has written the book, the famous book, Man's Search for Meaning. In this particular book, he talks about a different principle called logotherapy. And he explains the difference between logotherapy and psychoanalysis. This book has, exciting. It will excite your mind when you read different stories and different examples. There is a particular village in Okinawa called Ogimi, where all the elderly people live. And when they are asked about the secret of their long life, long and with happy life, they say that there are many reasons which they give. And one common reasons I found them, they have a habit of doing farming, agriculture. And then they eat less, they sleep on time. There are many examples of how you can improve your life. They do different kind of exercises. They do yoga, they do Tai Chi, and also say that some attribute this long life to not drinking alcohol, some attribute this long life to not eating non-veg. So this book basically tells you about how you can improve. There is a very good story about how a person who has just lost his wife comes to get psychological treatment from Viktor Frankl. The person has just lost his wife and he is very sad. Frankl asks him one question. He says that in place of your wife, if you had died, in place of your wife, if you had died, what will be the situation? And he says that my wife would have been very sad. She would have lost me, and that would have created tragedy in her life. Since there was no one to look after her, something of that sort, she would have a very difficult life. She would have a very, very difficult life. Then Frankl explains him that you have not understood that her dying early before you has saved her from all those tragedies. So this could be one of the reasons that you should live your life. And then that person never came back. He made an understanding with his life. There are many such stories. I will not reveal the whole stories because it will end up giving away the whole book. The bottom line of this whole thing, what I'm trying to tell is that this particular book is a one-time read. And for some, you can make underlines and you can revisit the page again if needed, but you must read it once. This book is not very new book, but this is a book which my son recommended me. My son and I had been to a bookshop, and my son picked up this book for me. So I started reading this book. Thanks to him. This book also gives you a guide on what kind of foods to eat and what kind of foods to avoid to have a healthy life. So basically this book covers all kind of things needed to make your life nice. So it is a good addition. This book also talks about the spirits. We being modern, we end up saying that we don't believe in all kind of things like spirits and all. Even the Japanese, even their old ancient culture had the concept of spirits, local spirits. They had spirit of homes, they had the spirit of homes, spirit of jungle, spirit of trees, all kind of things which in India also we worship. There are people in this particular village, they were like 110 years old. And the best thing about them is that what keeps them alive is movement. They will keep doing something. They will get up, they will walk, then sit down again. They will get up and walk and sit down again. They will try their best to do the things on their own. So this is what made them live so long and made them live so happily. I will tell one more story. It's called The Archer's Secret. One archer who had participated in the Olympics was asked in this particular book, what is the secret for her winning the game? She said that apart from the physical training, she used to do meditation. So in India also, some people do japa, that is meditation. They will have beads in their hands and they will do this. I personally feel that I also do japa, and I personally feel that when you do meditation, it gives you immunity among many different things. Your blood pressure, even though it shoots up, will not kill you. This book says that apart from the physical activity which your body needs, your mind also needs mental activity. Either playing a chess game, either reading a book, or doing meditation, all this is also important. Because if you only are physically fit and your mind is weak, you will not be able to relate to each other, relate to the physical body and the mental body. Both has to be in tandem with each other. Both have to be in connection with each other. On a whole, this book is definitely worth reading. Give your time to this book. Read it slowly. Enjoy the book. There are stories from all over across Japan, and it fills you with a nice feeling when you complete this book. Not an extraordinarily brilliant book, but one-time read is good. It's worth reading once. I think it must be read once, because it gives you information on what things which you are doing correctly and what things which you are not doing correctly, and it gives you a chance to improve on certain things. There are many for people who have not read any self-help book. This book will be like a big surprise and all those things. But people who have read many self-help books, this book is one more edition, but a nice edition. With this, we come to the end of this review. See you again. Bye bye and take care.